one of the biggest wins from Tuesday was the mayoral race in New York City. Democratic socialist Zohran Mamdani defeated former Governor Andrew Cuomo and Republican candidate Curtis Sliwa. The 34-year-old's victory marks a win for the progressive wing of the Democratic Party. Scripps News national correspondent Alex Miller live in New York with the latest on all of this. And Alex, we just heard from Mayor-elect Mamdani not too long ago. What is he saying about the most immediate priorities for him and his new government?
Well, Holly, he just took questions for quite some time after those initial comments that we heard from him earlier last hour. Now, his priorities are to get this transition team underway. His website is already up. He named the transition team led by all women, saying that this is going to be a priority for him to make sure that he gets the right people in the right jobs. And that includes the NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch. He wasn't initially going to keep her on, as he said during his campaigning, but he spoke about this specifically during his news conference, saying that he has had conversations with her and wants to keep her on board. Listen to what else he said about the transition.
New Yorkers are facing twin crises in this moment: an authoritarian administration and an affordability crisis. And it'll be my job to deliver on both. It'll be my job to stand up for the city and also to ensure that we do not look at Washington, D.C. as if it is the reason for all of the problems right here in New York City. Many of the issues we are speaking about, they predate President Trump. They are issues that for too long we have turned a blind eye to, or we have sought to rationalize or normalize.
And Holly, he was asked about his relationship with President Trump and how he is going to maneuver all of this. That he was talking about in terms of really two big issues he has to deal with: the affordability crisis and Trump. Those are really the main issues that we saw throughout this entire campaign. He did leave the door open, though, to meeting with President Trump and working with him on issues that he says could help New Yorkers there. But he was also asked about his message to ICE agents, and he was very stern in the fact that he says he believes that some ICE agents and even the president might be violating the law here in New York. And so he said that his focus is to make sure that those agents and the president are held to the standard of the law. He was also asked about how he's going to build up this transition team. He made a mention of the fact that he's going to not only look to some newcomers, but also to government veterans, which I think is something that a lot of New Yorkers were paying attention to during this election cycle. He had been criticized very regularly that he was not experienced enough to hold this office. So it is clear from this press conference, he says that he's going to entertain the ideas of people from a variety of political perspectives, at least on the Democratic wing. He says he's willing to work with people like Jamie Dimon, who is the CEO of JP Morgan. He's willing to have a meeting with him, all the way to a big Democratic donor, Bill Ackman, who was very supportive of Governor Cuomo in this race. And so the transition very well underway. He says he has only spoken to Curtis Sliwa, the Republican candidate, not Governor Cuomo or the current mayor, Eric Adams, but he has pushed that and said that he will work with Adams on the transition. One other thing, Holly, that he was asked about really right off the bat as this news conference began was how he is going to interact with Jewish New Yorkers, particularly the ones who didn't support him. He said he's going to be mayor for all New Yorkers, and he was asked later about issues with anti-Semitism in the city. This morning, there was a swastika painted outside of a Jewish school in Brooklyn. He said he takes these moments of anti-Semitism very seriously and that it is a priority for him.
All right, Scripps News national correspondent Alex Miller live for us. Thank you for that update.